IELTS Part 117. Kathy Green. We also have private tutors. Actually, I usually recommend private tutors because they give an individualized attention. You are the only student in the class, so the tutor teaches you according to your specific needs. It really is the best way to learn a language. Mark Winston, it sounds great. I would learn a lot that way, wouldn't I? Kathy Green, you really would, and it's very convenient. You can arrange to meet with your tutor at whatever time suits you. Mark Winston, fantastic. How do I sign up? Well, how many hours a week do you want to study? We usually recommend it. We usually recommend 3 hours to 5 hours a week for a minimum of 4 weeks. Mark Winston, okay, I'll start with 3 hours a week. Kathy Green, right, you can send us a check to cover the first week of classes, or you can pay now by credit card. 3 hours of private classes comes to $300 plus a $25 registration fee. Mark Winston, $300, that's $100 a class. Kathy Green, and it's certainly worth it. You'll be studying with a native speaker of Japanese, and all our tutors are professionally trained in the latest teaching methods. You'll be getting the best instruction money can buy. Mark Winston's $100 a class, that's over $1,000 for a month of a class. I'm sorry, but I just can't do that. Kathy Green, then take a Saturday class, it's only $300 a month, and it's so small there will be only 4 to 5 students in it. Mark Winston's great. I'll take that class. Can I pay by check? Kathy Green, yes, just bring your check to the first class. See you next Saturday at 9. Audio fades as lost speaker continues to speak. Narrator, that's the end of section 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers. Now turn to section 2 on page 238. Section 2, you will hear a guided tour of an old mansion. First, you have some time to look at question 11 to 13 on page 238. As you listen to the first part of the talk, answer question 11 to 13. Question 11 to 13, Barbara Wilson. Good afternoon. My name is Barbara Wilson, and I will be your guide for today's tour of Summer Mansion. As a reminder, before we begin, we ask that you not take photographs inside the building and please turn off your cell phones during the tour. Also, we request that you refrain from eating as well as drinking inside the mansion. Refreshments will be available at the end of the tour in the cafe next to the garden. Narrator, before you hear the rest of the tour, you have some time to look at question 14 to 20 on page 239. Now listen and answer the questions. Question 14 to 20. Questions 14 to 20. Now to begin, here we are at the main entrance. You will notice the elaborate Italian frieze installed by the original owner when mansion was built in 1810. To the left of the entrance is the main living room. This was used by the Sumner family for entertaining guests, particularly for their tea parties. They were famous for the tea parties that they gave in this room. Here on display, you can see the elegant chinaware they used for their parties. There are several sets of china imported from abroad. Let's go over to the other side now. This room to the right of the main entrance is the dining room, of course. Of course, the family meals were served here, but the most interesting thing about this room is the art. The summoner collected a lot of art, and some of the finest pieces of their art collection are displayed in this room.